Yo, what is good? Welcome to the. Oh, my nigga, what's going on?
You said we gonna do the intro.
Okay, one at a time. Matter of fact, go ahead.
No. You go ahead, man. You go ahead.
Anyway, welcome to another pot reaction channel. With your host B-Mitty9 right here, and we got my co-host right here, Almighty the Greatest, no mistake. What do you even call yourself?
Dudley Hyuga.
You call yourself Dudley Hyuga?
AKA Dudley, also known as Dudley Hyuga. Back at it again with another interesting video. Let the people know what we're gonna talk about, man.
So before we even get into the video, we was having a conversation about life. You know, X amount of years being on this planet, what has life taught you? And then we're like, yo, this is real good shit. Let's get it on the podcast. So we're gonna use this video as a rebounding standpoint for us to transition into talking about life. This video caught my attention because when you pull up life videos, 50-year-old talking to a little boy, a boy is mindless in this world, has no fucks given, just does whatever is curious to him. And there's an old man who's now experienced a shit ton of stuff within his 57 life period. Now we're here to either drop some knowledge or damn just look back at the past and be like, oh, I wish I was your age again with this knowledge I know now. So this is a good video right here. If you haven't already, I want you to subscribe to the channel, turn on post notifications bells because we're coming out with bangers on bangers. So you guys want to see something in particular, if you want us to have a conversation or even tune in, DM us on IG, DM us, email us if you want to. We'll put our Discords in the description down below. But without further ado, Dudley, do you have anything to say before I press play?
Nah, man. I'm just interested on what this video got to say, man. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. Starting off with the little boy picking up some cards.
I don't know where the questions. I don't know where the song is.
Well, will I ask you a question, the first one? Right. What is the worst thing about being young?
Well, you get lots of homework. It's also pretty. They're like in the middle, like in school, like in the middle of bad and good.
Oh.
What is the worst thing about being old?
Not being able to do things that you could do when you were young.
You can't bend down and get stuff on the floor.
Well, I can still do that, but the problem is your body gets a bit stiff.
I know it hurts a lot when you try to get down when you are
That's
old.
right, yes. You might get sick more often. Hopefully I don't, but that's the problem.
That's pretty bad.
It is pretty bad.
The only time I went to a hospital is my mom to get me born.
You know what's crazy?
Mm-hmm.
We was all acting just like this little kid, and we're all transitioning into this man here.
Back.
A kid who gets up and just starts demonstrating, and now we have this man who's just sitting down, just looking back at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me shut my ass.
Do you wish?
Maybe. So I was old and so I can buy stuff for my own and have being married, but that'll be ill.
That'll be ill.
Do you wish you were young? Why?
Well, the problem about the great thing about being young is you have more time. You have more time to do things. I could play games, which I did. I used to play cowboys and Indians.
Yeah, that's what I play.
Do you?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I like about being young. I could use my imagination more.
That's a sad story. Can't do that anymore.
Well, I could be an older cowboy. I might do it yet. Will you fall in love? And what will it be like?
I don't know. We'll have babies, it'll be fun. I'll have to change. Even though I'll have to change his diaper, it'll be fun.
Ah.
But what about if he cries?
Well.
I'll just sing Ed Sheeran to him,
And who do you love now? Who do you love now?
My mom.
Your mom? Your dad?
Yeah, I like my family. Did you fall in love? What was it like?
Yes, it was different for me. I fell in love late.
And did you get married?
No, unfortunately, my partner, she passed away. She died, unfortunately. That was a sad thing. Yeah, she got sick.
I'm gonna cry.
No, don't. No. It's these things happen, Sean. That's life. But
This is touching, bro. I have to pause it. This is the most touching thing I've ever seen so far. I just want to say something. When he told the little kid, you know, he wish he could use his imagination more. That's crazy. The older you get, the less time you feel as if you had. This kid has unlimited time right now. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yeah.
No worries. We're getting to an age, even in this world we live, we're getting to an age where now we got to start. Now, let me not say that because we young as shit. I don't want to project as if we're on a time limit, but
Yeah.
we don't have the same amount of time that we had when we was 10 years old, and all we really had to do was go to school, come home, and when we had a vacation, that vacation felt like a week. You remember when we was in school, bro? Like, what was it? Holidays, like week holidays felt like fucking 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
Now these shits feels like fucking 2 days.
Facts, bro.
A day off feels like 3 hours to yourself. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Wait, hold on. I think what he meant by we can't use he can't use his imagine. Well, he didn't say he can't use his imagination. He went to imagine more or some shit like that. I think it's because as we grow older, right, we got more responsibilities, more shit to do, more shit to think about. So we don't have time to imagine about what life could be. You know.
There's a fucking towel behind me. I just realized that.
I'm weak.
Nah, I agree, 100%. The older you get, the more one thing this kid says that then translates into the old man. When you ask him, "Do you want to get older?" He's like, "Kinda, because I want to buy things," and that's how they fucking get you. The minute you get older, you start buying things, you get bills, and then that's where responsibility kick in. I got a car, okay, but I gotta pay car insurance. Now I gotta pay a car note, and I get some gas. Now I gotta get money to maintain the toy that I wanted. The toys start becoming a bill. Next thing you know, you want a house, and you want a helicopter. I mean, it slowly creeps in. I remember, damn, it's crazy. We really projected life. The younger you were, bills just slowly add up. It's like the older you get, the more bills come into your life. Your first bill, I think, as you become a young adult, is a phone bill. You mean you get a phone, you're like, all right, boom, I got myself a phone. Now I'm gonna work. I work for a phone. I pay for transportation, but my true major bill consistently is the phone. So I just pay for my phone. Then you start getting shit like headphones. Like, let's say you don't buy it out cash, but it's rolled into your payment. So now you're paying to pay off the headphones. Then you're like, I want to go to the gym and work on my body. Then you start getting a gym membership. Then you realize you're going from A to B, and you're like, I wish transportation got a little bit quicker. So then you start paying for Ubers. You're like, Uber took too long. I mean, it's nice that I'm in a car with this guy, but I wish I had my own car. I'm paying all this money on Uber. Why not get my own car? Get your own car. Now you're paying for headphones, the gym membership, your car insurance. And because you're young, you're getting hit so high with car insurance and a car payment, high interest and high car insurance. Now you're like, damn, I need a new job in order to maintain this. So now you're traveling further for a new job that pays higher just to maintain the things you had. So now you're working further away from the gym. Now you got to make more money to pay for your car, your gas, your insurance. And now you're tired. Now you're like, maybe I don't want to go to the gym, but you still go anyway. Then you start paying for food in between because everything is not so convenient the way it used to be. Well, I can keep going on and on, but the older you get, the more bills comes your way just due to simple changes that you want to make that become huge. Like right now, I'm trying to sell my car, just trying to reverse from that. Everyone wants nice things. But I don't think you need nice things right now. Maybe you need to experience it. Yes, I agree. Maybe I'm one of those people that I must experience it to know what it feels like. Touch, smell, feel, and then I go for it. I know what it feels like to live in a nice place. I know what it feels like to drive a nice car. I know what it feels like to make a shit ton of money. But now how do I keep it and not make money the overall stress of things? I drifted into it, but... life teaches you so many different things from your wants and what you really need.
Facts. I think that's one of the most major things that people need to learn early on in life. It's the ability to determine what you need and what you want. Because at the same time, like if you don't know how to control those two things, man, jeez, bro.
No cap. I work at a dealership all the time, bro. One of the funniest things is when you show a customer a payment for like let's say $600 on a car that costs $40,000. They're like, I'm not gonna pay $600 on this. I'd rather buy a BMW. Like that's not the point. The point is, like there's so many things that led up to the 600s. Like if this one thing we could share, me particular to whoever's watching this, because I know this video is gonna blow up. At a young age, work on your credit. After you're done working on your credit, learn to put your money to work. I mean, if you're making, let's say you start off as a security guard like I did. If you have a simple job at the age of 18, don't look to buy a car. You don't. If you live in New York City, especially, you don't need transportation, bro. You can. There's nothing wrong with it. It's free. It's $2, and there's no bill after that. Fucking $275. $275, and then you keep your entire paycheck after $275. Buy a weekly Metro car for $100. So what if it takes a good chunk of your paycheck? It's better than an $800 car payment or $200 plus insurance plus accident. You know what I mean? Take your money.
Hypothetically, you don't have to pay. Not my fault. Hypothetically, you don't have to pay the $275. Hypothetically.
Allegedly, people are jumping the train stations, bro. Turnstiles. Allegedly.
Yes.
You know what I mean? They can't prove it, but they feel as if that's what's going on. You know what I mean? But like going back to it, you don't need these things you think you need. Social media is one hell of a bad drug, bro.
Facts, bro.
I swear to God, this shit makes people feel like, oh, you need this. You don't need a BMW. You don't need a fucking Honda. You don't need a car. If you're not living in an area where transportation is really not available, you do not need a car. You don't need a fucking $50,000 watch, car, sneakers. All this materialistic shit is just materialistic shit. At the end of the day, when you die, the only thing that's going to that casket is your body. What does your body need, and what does your mind need? Then you got to figure out how can you make money. The same, if you're making $400 a week at a job, you need to find out how to make $400 a month, monthly, without you having to put in that work. So once you figure that out, your $400 that you're making with no bills is more than enough to make $400 happen.
And not only that, not only that $400 don't get taxed, man. Right?
It depends.
Yes,
It depends on what you do. Uncle Sam wants to.
It's passive income. It's not.
Passive income gets taxed depending on what it is. You get taxed in dividends. You know, there's a lot of shit.
Yeah, don't listen to my last statement.
But it's a learning experience. But let's tune back in before we.
I have very good memories. Very good memories. And you live, a lot of the time you live in your head with memories. You can remember all the good things, and that's the important thing. Well, the advice I would give to you, Sean, is you don't have to be rich to be happy. Things you like doing that make you feel good.
We gotta pause right there, bro. Please, do you have anything to say?
What?
Or do you want to let the video play? We can come back to it.
Yeah, we could let the video. Let the video play.
Do the things you like doing that make you feel good. Because when you're happy yourself, everybody else is happy.
Sean, do you have advice for Des?
Like, act normal. Don't be silly. Don't bully lots of people. The people I know in school, like my friend Alex in school, whenever he gets hurt, I hug him. I might not be able to work, but...
Oh, that's a good advice. And be yourself. Don't let other people tell you what you should be. Just be as you are. Isn't that true?
Yeah.
And I'm sure your life is going to be very successful. You have all the right things. You have all the right things to do. All your good friends. And keep those friends going. And keep life going. Oops. There you go.
Wait, when was this video made?
2015.
I want to know what he's doing now.
2015, bro. 2015.
I want to know what the kid is doing now.
I want to know what the kid is doing now too. In all honesty, shit.
Yeah, man.
I gotta go back to this part right here, man.
Whenever he gets hurt, like...
Sean, is you don't have to be rich to be happy.
Let's talk about this, man, because I know a lot of people are gonna relate. I know a lot of people are gonna relate for this. If you're not born in wealth, you gonna listen. We're majority. I feel like majority of our viewers are gonna come from the bottom. And I personally do respect that. Respect coming from the bottom. I come from definitely a broke family. You know what I mean? And I think this overall goal of money will make us happy is like the dream that we're chasing. Like, yeah, let's become billionaires and we're happy as shit. I think what makes us truly happy is knowing that we're no longer in that situation and we're now in a new situation where we have options, you know, from coming home from school. You know, you ain't have shit to eat. Like, you don't know what the fuck. You go to sleep because you have nothing in the house and you have no money. To now you having kids now, your kids coming home with a fridge full of food, a cabinet full of X, Y, and Z. You're not even worried about the money. It's just so far that you're no longer in a situation where there's options now. You know, you're not in the house with no Wi-Fi, no TV because the cable's off, no electricity because the light bill wasn't paid on time, empty because you're the only child or all your family members are out hustling trying to get some money. Fact is, I don't think being a billionaire is the goal, the overall goal. I think just having the options to not living that life anymore is truly what it is. You know, you don't need a Mercedes. I'm gonna keep going back to materialistic thing. I don't think you need an expensive car to feel as if you made it out the hood. I don't think you need a bunch of Jordans or sneakers just to show that you have some type of money in your pocket. I think you knowing that you are no longer in a situation you once were in when you were 10 years old no longer affects you today.
Facts. You then don't have to be rich to be happy. You just have to be in a situation where you have more options, to be honest. Like, you have the option whether you want to work or you want to go on a vacation. Like, you want to have that option to take like a one month or 2 months off. Like, versus having to slave away at a job, you take a break, come back, and you realize you're in more debt. Now you gotta work even extra hard just because you decided to give yourself a vacation, man. But yeah,
you know, majority of people are miserable because they're working at a job they hate to pay for bills they necessarily do not need.
True.
It's crazy. It's crazy, and then we hear this little kid's advice. I love his advice more than the old guys. Be yourself. Don't be a bully. Don't bully others. You know, if someone's down, pick them up. You know, it's in life we're all social. Everyone introvert, extrovert. At the end of the day, we all want to be around people. At the end of the day, because we feed off of each other. Nobody wants to be around a bully who makes you feel like shit 24/7. Someone's down, you see someone crying, like, yo, what's happening? Everything good? Here, sit down. You want a water, X, Y, and Z. Everything about this world, when you really break down this world, money has nothing to do with shit. In all honesty, be kind to people, make great friends, do great things. Not once in it does it say make $1 million. Maybe money is a tool to get where you want it, but you don't need $1 billion to have fun. You don't need $1 billion to make friends. You guys are making friends and having fun with no money in your pocket.
Facts.
You know what I mean? What you got to say to that?
To a certain extent, I don't even think, what is it? To a certain extent, I don't think money really matters. It's the people around you. Because when you think about it, all the billionaires or millionaires, they have great ass connection with other people. And whether they're friends or not, hopefully they are friends, because that's how I want the circle around me to be. If I make, I want the people around me to also make it. And like, we have good connection. So yeah. I lost the train of thought. I lost my train of thought.
It's okay. I lost it too because I just have to just remove this towel. It may be a little too late. You guys may say I just have to remove the towel, but I think this video is I think this video came out in 2015. 2015, and this shit hits more than any other video I've watched. I keep going back to materialistic shit. It's just the pure joy of watching the future talk to the past of just life. This guy done lived the life where it sounds like money was the convo, majority of the convo. You don't need money to be happy. You don't need all this external shit to be happy. You need to be happy with yourself. You need to love what you do. You need to be good and kind to other people. These two share the same advice as be kind. Be yourself. If you're not, if you have to be someone else to get to the next level, maybe that level is not it. Maybe you don't need to take that route. No matter, I don't care what these billionaires say. I don't care how much money someone else got. If you must be someone else that's no longer you, just to get through another level, maybe you don't need to take that step. Take another route. Take another fucking route. Oh, what's this?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. It says Steve Jobs something.
Oh, is
Did
that?
you cook something?
I don't think so.
Oh, you getting hacked, boy? I'm joking. But yeah, anyways, man. But yeah. I lost my train of thought. What if I just happened this? But yeah, man. The main point is be yourself. Because sometimes, yes, you might be able to make it without being yourself, but are you gonna truly be happy with yourself? But yeah, man. What you gotta say to the people, man?
Love yourself, man. Listen, if I can go back in time right now, if I can go back in time in all honesty, I would have never got a car. Because I'm thinking about my life before. Yeah, I mean, there was some shit I wanted to, get away from. But if, in all honesty, my entire plan would be working very different to how, maybe I'm not saying I'm working at like now, but shifting the way I think about money and shifting the way I think about just life in total. I wouldn't work so hard to try and get a bag. I'll still do sales because that's where the money is, but I wouldn't put myself in a high payment where I'm hating what I do just so I can make money, just so I can just clear this one bill away. All you need is a phone. If you can at least work a job that, let's say you live in a toxic house, because I used to live in a toxic house. I'm only going to speak from my experience. Say you and your family members don't get along. If you and your family members don't get along, if you can find yourself a job that takes you away from that house for a good amount of time, where you can make a good amount of money, let's say a dealership, because you don't have to travel. You just travel to the dealership and that's it. Travel to the dealership, you work 12 hours a day. For 12 hours, you are completely gone from negativity and you're completely with like-minded people who are working to get to the next level. Stay there for as long as you can. Make your money. Use that money that you're making from that environment and put it to a place where you can make more money. So now you don't have to worry about how to double your money, or maybe you don't want to do this no more, you switch it up. Put your money in someplace else, whether it's stock market, whether it's into YouTube, whether it's into real estate, whether it's into your business, whatever. Something where you switch from here to here. So now after you make your transition, 5.585. After you make your transition, again, you don't need to add no bills. You're still living at home in a toxic environment, but you're using the majority of time to get out of it. If you're making a good amount of money and business expanding, get yourself a storage. Get yourself a office space. Use that office space after your transition to then expand on whatever you're expanding on. Again, you're still removing yourself from that toxic environment. You're still working towards things that make you happy. After you do that, invest it again. Invest more money. Just do things that you want to do. Don't make money so much of a tool where it's like, I can't do this because I have to pay. I have no money. You always have money. It's just, what is your money going towards? Eliminate all the bullshit. You don't need a 2020 vehicle. You don't need a 21 vehicle. I don't care what you're going to tell me. Oh, I drive long distances. Oh, I need a car with Bluetooth. No, you don't. Everyone's phone has navigation, music. I mean, you can live with the bare minimum. If you look back in time, these cars weren't alive today. Music wasn't out like this. Some people didn't. The way we're doing a podcast, this wasn't even accessible to us 10 years ago. You would have to physically see the person, knock on their door, saying, hey, let's hang out. Now you have the flexibility of just boop, 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 boom, video right there. So there's no excuses. You can get by with the bare minimum. It's how do you do it? You know what I mean? I don't know if there's anyone new. Dudley, you here or you frozen? He's frozen. Yo, I just realized you're frozen, bro.
You frozen. You're frozen on my screen.
Shit, let me finish it up on the phone. Oh, yeah, I have no internet. I'm looking at it right now.
It cut off?
My internet is off. I have no internet on right now.
Damn.
It's okay. I'm going to finish it up. Let me talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? Well, I forgot what I was saying before you interrupted. But, yeah, you don't need nothing in this. You don't need the things you need in this world to What the fuck happened?
Oh, I just didn't want to make noise to I just muted
I'm
myself.
ending the video because my shit froze. So, peace. Say what you gotta say. Say what you gotta say, Dudley.
Huh?
Say what you got. Oh, I'm ending it now.